Hey everybody, what's going on? Adam Mayer here, and today I'm going to talk about something a little less talked about, and that's strategy guides. Talk about all the strategy guides I got and why I got into them. I wanted to start off by first showing two specific strategy guides. This one, unfortunately, I do not have the game for anymore because it was a game I played as a kid. This was like one of my very early strategy guides. In fact, I may even have others that I just don't know where they are at the moment, but when I find them, I'll probably show them off as well. This is for Beyond the Beyond on the PlayStation 1, and it's not special because it's Beyond the Beyond, which, by the way, was my very first RPG experience. It's because it's from Prima, who are famously, Prima guides, and this is actually unauthorized. So that's an unauthorized Prima guide from before they became really big. And on the same token here for Bomberman 64, this is Bradley Game Strategy Guide and is also unauthorized. So I have the two bigger companies who now make strategy guides on the regular. I have guides from them, and I think that's really cool. This one from Bradley Games. This one is nice. It's done in full color. For an unauthorized, this was really good. Prima, on the other hand, was all in black and white, no actual screenshots or anything like that. As far as I remember, that one didn't age too well, so I don't mess with it. This one is still in really good shape, full color, screenshots, stuff like that. I really like that. So those are unofficial as well. Here's an unofficial guide. They call it a strategy guide. This is for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I've been reading this a lot lately, hence a little bookmark. This is from Sandwich Islands Publishing Company. Sandwich Islands, that's hard to say. They also did one for Super Mario 64, which I do not have, and I believe, it says right here, Tekken 1 and 2, as well as Mortal Kombat. These are not in color, but they break it down screen to screen to screen, and I believe this is the whole 206% or whatever it is run through. Basically, so you can completely conquer it. And I like how they call it survival guide, but a survival guide for Mario 64 I think would be silly because it's not, really surviving. But this is really cool. So from there going into this, what basically inspired me to get into strategy guides like seriously was actually the Castlevania series as a whole. I love this series. There's a lot of secrets and stuff to it, a lot of stuff that GameFaqs misses or I can't understand in full text form. So you're going to see a lot of Castlevania in here because that's my main focus for strategy guides. Here is Castlevania Lament of Innocence, the official strategy guide. This is from Bradley Games after they became official. This is on the PS2, of course. Full, beautiful color, great artwork, a fantastic game. This is actually the first in the series as far as the timeline is concerned. I'm almost positive. It has an exclusive two-sided photo, but I'm not sure, or a two-sided poster. I'm not sure if I took that out yet or not, or even if I got it or not, but yeah, anyways, so that's really cool. Castlevania is always a good thing to have strategy guides for. My favorite Castlevania of all time, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Stoked to fucking have this. This was a no fucking brainer for me. Also by Bradley Games. They seem to get all the more interesting titles over Prima. Full color, all the information that you could possibly want or need. Love it. I don't love their spines so much. I wish they were a little bit more decorated, but what are you going to do? I do have another Castlevania one, but it's out of order. This is for the Dreamcast. This is Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future. This is the Dreamcast, Echo the Dolphin. Full color. This is officially from Sega. I think it's like a Dreamcast. Oh shit, and there's the poster. Big Echo the Dolphin poster that I don't have up. Not a big fan of dolphins. Love the series though, and I did not pay that much for it, so don't worry. If you guys remember, I actually got this when I was a potato in Denver. So yeah, this is an official Dreamcast. Sega released one, which is always nice to get officials. Here's a Prima guide for the X-Files game on the PS1, and the same one was on PC as well. This is Prima after they went official, full color, screenshots, all that good stuff. Awesome stuff. Love the X-Files. This is one of my favorites. This is for Mortal Kombat 2. And, it's this, I think this was official. I can't remember who released this. Official guide, yeah. No, I think this was Prima, because I got the little P down here, but I'm not 100%. This actually has, all of the secrets of, beating a multiplayer 200 times to get forgot what fucking game it was. Like, all the cool secrets and extras that most people don't talk about, they're all in here and stuff. I just can't remember what the fuck they are or where they were in here. I read this front to back, but I can't fucking remember all the fucking secrets and tricks and tips and all that fuckingness. But yeah, so Mortal Kombat. Head-to-head fighters are kind of weird to have strategy guides for, but I have a lot of head-to-head fighter strategy guides. Mortal Kombat 4, I have it for the 64. It's also available on the PlayStation. Oh, I also have it for Dreamcast, yeah. Yeah, this one is the PSX, or PS1 and 64 versions. So yeah, full color. This is Prima. You know, you got all the stuff in it. Master of the Arts. It had like cards in it, I think, at some point, but I don't think I have those anymore. Or if I do, I don't know where the frig they are. But I have little cards you can pull out, very similar to what you get in the new Mortal Kombat strategy guide, which I do have as well. So that's really cool. I'm doing a lot of 64 stuff right now. So Pokemon Snap. This was Prima as well. Official. This game is really fun to kind of go along with the strategy guide, just to make sure you get everything and know what to do where and how to get everything. I mean, most people know it by heart now because it's such an old game, but I enjoy looking through here and just making sure I'm doing absolutely everything right. So that's really cool. Good read. Forsaken 64. Now this is just for 64. Unfortunately, it's a little ripped up right there, which is cool because that's the version I have. I don't really care for the PS1 version. This is a kind of like a dog fighter, very underrated game, I think. Goes over like all of the power-ups and stuff, and most importantly are the maps and shit like that. Actually, there are maps in here. Yeah, knowledge, base, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff in the beginning about the fucking dev team or whatever. Like, what the fuck is all that shit, like in the fucking middle? Yeah. Anyways, you can't see what I see, but pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know why it's specifically a 64 version, but yeah, this is the official for Forsaken from Acclaim, so get some weird stuff. This is Bradley Games Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I just like this for the reflective kind of cover. This had a sweet poster in it. I think I took it out because there's actually a Tony Hawk Pro Skater poster from the game in one of my favorite sitcoms as a child, Saved by the Bell. So I got this simply for that purpose because I'm a dork. Free poster inside, yeah. So sometimes you know where to go, where hidden tapes are, shit like that, pretty good. My favorite 64 game, Prima Guide for Perfect Dark. I never actually played the story mode of this, and someone said that I was an idiot, and they are correct. Because this is such a good game. I know it has a solid storyline. I really want to get into it. But the combat simulator is just so much fun that I didn't bother with it. And so now I will go back and kind of bother with it. I love the artwork on the back, even though 64 obviously doesn't look like that. But yeah, so maps for every mission, challenge, and multiplayer levels. Pretty sweet. Turok Seeds of Evil 2, or another hard game when you don't have a strategy guide, kind of getting around. Like, because the controls aren't so great, so just getting around on its own. And it's like, oh, you got to jump off this specific box to get to this specific ledge that you can't even tell you can jump on because it's so muddy looking and the texture is weird. So having a strategy guide really comes in handy. What weapons to use against which people in particular is really good. I miss, getting good at games like this way, instead of just kind of GameFaqsing it, so. Sims 2. I've always found the Sims strategy guides to be insanely interesting because they go over, like, building, talking on the phone, setting up relationships, how to get certain cues, all that fucking bullshit crazy. Big simmer. This I got for 99 cents. It's pretty nice. I probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise, and that's just epic yarn. These smaller, cheaper ones, but still as expensive, actually in-store guides, don't really appeal to me as much as the full-fledged, full-size ones. But I always kind of just wanted to have one, just kind of kick around. I mean, it does have good art, but like the pages are really, paper thin and stuff like that. I don't really like that. And they're not small enough to put in your pocket, so it's like, what's the fucking point? This one I actually never unwrapped. It's the first and only sealed guide I've ever seen, and this is the Prima guide for Left 4 Dead 2. It has the comic in it, or a comic in it. I never opened it. I never unsealed it. I don't want to. You can download the virtual guide, I believe. I think I might have it, because I know I have the comic. But yeah, that was an interesting find for me. Scribblenauts. Most of you know I am a big Scribblenauts fan. I love this. This is so interesting because it like tells you like all the outcomes that you can use, how to get through there, more creative notes to get all those additional bonus points and shit like that. You don't have blank spaces for adding in your new stuff. I generally I went through the first Scribblenauts doing each thing my way and then going back and seeing how the book said to do it, and that was pretty interesting. Kind of added to the whole feel of it. This one I got for 99 cents as well. It was in the same 99 cent strategy guide bin. So for Castlevania Lords of Shadows, I have not finished this game yet. I didn't really enjoy where it was going. I do plan on giving it another chance. Now if I get lost, just bust out the book, kind of leaf through it, see what's up. Yeah, good to have strategy guides. Soul Calibur 3. This came with a soundtrack. Basically a glorified art book, and it talks about, you know, the levels and stuff like that. It shows you like how to progress the creative player stages and stuff like that. It has, you know, interesting move sets and stuff like that with each individual weapon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Got a nice poster here you can pull out with all the characters, all the good characters that didn't make it in the newer ones and stuff like that. And then on the back, including Talon, who man, she was my fucking favorite. I mean, I like Keelik, but Talon was my second, and they didn't have either of them in 5, so that was fucking. I was disappointed. Skyward Sword. I got this before I even had the fucking game. Spike Saturn gave it to me. He's like, hey man, you have a couple strategy guides. Here's one more. I wish that he got me the collector's edition version, the hardcover, but he didn't, so I have it, and it is what it is. I also have one for Twilight Princess, which I don't have either. So I got most of my strategy guides before I even got the game. And I know I have more, because I know I have more 64 ones and stuff. I just don't know where they are at the moment. Because I have Ocarina of Time, which is amazing. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds. This isn't Ultimate. I got this because of the big shipping error that Capcom had when you pre-ordered the collector's edition. I didn't get it till like about a month late, stuff like that. And as a I'm sorry from Capcom, they sent me this, which was useless by the time I fucking got it, because Ultimate came out. So I didn't take a lot of time looking through this because it was irrelevant by the time I actually got everything. Here is the Mortal Kombat one. I think I got like, what the fuck? Stickers and posters and stuff in here. I don't really know what the hell. What the hell? Those are Pac-Man. I don't know. But yeah, this one is really nice. Hardcover. It came with those little pull-out combo cards and shit like that. So really good hardbound collector's edition copy. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. And last one is The Sims 3 Game Guide Collector's Edition. This actually came with a little mouse pad and stuff like that. It has a sweet poster of Sunset Valley, stuff like that. Like I said, I'm kind of interested in how it kind of breaks down all the notes and everything that you need to do, how to do them. This goes over the wishes, lifetime goals, all that shit. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'll have to find my other ones to show them off. They're my older ones that are probably still packed somewhere, but I had those out and ready, and I really wanted to show them off because I'm probably going to get serious about collecting strategy guides and actually conquering some games. So let me know what strategy guides you have, what games you're interested in getting strategy guides for, and if you prefer strategy guides versus GameFaqs, because I'm really interested to hear about all that stuff. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.